Hey, do buckaroos. A new product just made it to my neck of the woods. I actually talked to John Sharon from Zone 1 Beer Reviews the other day. Him and I did a live kind of Beer Whisperer Pub Zone 1 virtual pub hangout together. Went live, and he was having one of these. It's 5.5%, best damn cherry cola. These products are interesting for me. I kind of wonder what they're going for. To me, when I taste a product like this, though, what I want of the gourmet root beers, or not the gourmet root beers, but the alcoholic, the hard root beers, the ginger ale, the orange soda, and now a cherry cola. I want them to have a taste and feel like they were a gourmet soda. I popped one and I did a written review on my Facebook page, The Beer Whisperer. And to be quite honest with you, I don't care for it a whole lot. The aromas are that of it feels like an off-brand cola and cherry cough syrup. It's not necessarily unpleasant, but it's just not great either. But the flavors, this is just the cola now. The flavors feel like, again, it feels like an off-brand cola with cherry cough syrup. But I'm a 50-year-old guy, so you remember when we were younger, or we had to choke this before they had grape, everything was cherry. You had to choke down that nasty ass cherry cough syrup. Well, that's what this feels like. It feels like an off-brand cola that added cherry cough syrup, and that cherry just kind of lingers. I mean, just like that cough syrup did. You got it down, but it still kind of stayed on the roof of your mouth and the back of your throat. Well, that's what the cherry does with this. It just kind of hangs there. And to be honest, for me, it just doesn't work. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it as a highball mixer because I remember asking John that question. Excuse me, I'll scratch my nose. At the time, did he think it'd make a good highball mixer? And he said probably so. So what I've done here is I've got about a shot and a half of wild turkey. I'm doing a classic highball. I got roughly a shot and a half of the turkey and roughly about 6 ounces of the pop, the hard cherry cola. Yeah, wow. Can be. Yeah, actually, it actually works better. The bourbon actually takes that rough cherry edge off of it. Because, like I said, it doesn't. You remember we used to have that old cherry cough syrup. You swallow it, try to get down, but then it just kind of linger in the back of your throat there. That's what that cherry does with this. But with the bourbon in here, it doesn't do that. Bourbon just washes it all down. Kind of takes that rough edge off the cherry. I kind of wonder what these things are designed for. My personal opinion is these hard sodas, the hard root beers, the orange, the ginger ale, all these things. In my opinion, anyway, I think they're this generation's wine coolers. Like I said, I'm 50, so I remember back in the 80s, I was of legal age in '86. So back then when you wanted something other than beer, folks bought Bartles and James, or you had California coolers that were big then. Um, I just think these products are this generation's those products. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're here for. Whether are they going to stay around in 10 or 20 years? Who knows? I don't think they're ever going to find a large market. I think they're going to sell phenomenally well for a very short period of time. But a lot of that's because these aren't meant for craft beer drinkers. But craft beer drinkers, there's a lot of folks that do craft beer reviews, blogs, videos, and such. So every one of us are going to buy it just one time, or at least one time. But personally, I think most are just going to buy it one time. I think those that buy it more than once are going to be the younger drinkers that just want a cheap drunk every once in a while. Okay, I guess I really shouldn't say that because the stuff isn't cheap. They just want to get drunk without tasting the alcohol because it runs about 9 to 6, and I've seen it 10 or 11 at other places. So I paid 9 for it. So and I won't do it again. I won't. It doesn't work for me. It's not what I'm looking for. But again, let me be clear. I'm not the audience is looking for. I'm not the market this is looking for. This product is for folks that want to get hammered, that don't want to taste alcohol. The alcohol is fairly well hidden here. You feel a little bit, but not so much. I mean, again, these are for folks that just want to get wasted, that don't like to taste alcohol. Most craft beer drinkers, like myself, and I'm also a whiskey drinker. I love bourbon and Irish. I dabble in some Scotch, but I'm mostly a bourbon Irish guy. Um, I enjoy the taste of the alcohol, so I don't mind it so much. But these products, again, I think they're just designed for folks that don't want to taste alcohol, that they want to get buzzed, but they don't want to taste anything else. It does serve a purpose as a highball mixer, though. I got to tell you, um, who knew? Yeah, that's unless I give the rest of that six pack away, that's probably how I'm going to drink the rest of this as a highball mixer. Even though I don't typically drink whiskey and Coke, and I have to apologize for Wild Turkey for putting it in this product because even turkey I typically drink straight. But I have a good turkey highball glass. I use my other glass today. I actually have another turkey glass too. I could have used, but I wanted to use my the Boston's Private Bar glass. To me, it tastes much better this way if you want a highball. Yeah, it does have some rough edges. It's the cherry part that doesn't work for me. Again, it just feels like that really artificial cherry, that cough syrup kind of cherry that just doesn't work for me at all. But here in the highball, actually, I don't notice that as much. Here it just tastes like doesn't taste like Coke with wild turkey because Coke has a very specific flavor. But again, it's almost like kind of an off-brand a soda, with cherry. It's see that's the part that bothers me, I guess, the most is I think it should taste like a gourmet cola. I want it to taste like a good gourmet cola, like a Boylan's or Spreckers. I want it to taste like a good cola, and this doesn't to me. It just has that feel of an off-brand from the cola flavor to the cherry flavor. It just doesn't feel like a craft or gourmet soda at all in any way, in any way whatsoever. In fact, the only thing that's saving this for me is the bourbon, because it just doesn't work. I've got some just plain here. And again, the aroma is it's not unpleasant, don't get me wrong, but it's just not what I think it should be. I think it should feel fresher, especially for damn near $10 a six pack. Yeah, again, and when I drink it this way, it just that it just lingers on the back of your palate, and that just doesn't work for me at all. I think a lot. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. I know most craft beer guys like myself are going to buy this one time to try, and I think the only folks that are going to go back to it are going to be the younger drinkers. And there's always exceptions, but I think for the most part, that's who's going to go back to it if they do at all. But again, this product isn't meant for craft beer drinkers, even though we're all going to buy it one time. And I think that's why the sales are going to be inflated early on, because a lot of folks are going to buy it one time just to try it, and then they're not going to go back to it. Then it may find a core market, but that core market is going to be folks that don't want to taste alcohol, folks that folks that want something to taste like something else. And I'm a guy that likes alcohol, so for me, it doesn't work. But anyway, I've read this a lot longer than I needed to. So hey, I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. I tried to choke this stuff down. Again, it just hey, I think everybody's probably going to buy it one time. Um, it's just not something I'm ever going to buy again. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later.